welcome to another video. This video is awesomely different because this is my first review on third-party kits. Now, if you follow me on Facebook, if you follow me on Instagram, I've even probably posted about it on YouTube, you've definitely seen me post a bunch of the Daban kits or some of the other third-party kits that I have. You'll know of like 𝕬𝕦𝕡𝕡𝕡, Infinite Dimensions, old names such as Momoko. There's just so many. Hobby Studio is definitely another one. Speaking of Momoko, today's Gundam is actually going to be one of, this actually was bought from Gundam Central. So I'm doing a series on like certain Gundams certain Gundam sites that are safe and bad to buy from. You know, sketchy or what's secured and what's safe, right? And well, I can vouch that this Gundam and some other parts were actually purchased on from Gundam Central, and they came in a very appropriate amount of time and everything. So go ahead and watch that video. Today we're going to be covering the Momoko Testament Gundam and the Daban Shadow Cloak pack. So enough talking for me. Let's show you guys this awesome Gunpla. Alright guys, so here you go. This is my my first ever third-party build actually. This is the Momoko Testament Gundam. I'm still pretty impressed that I was able to pull this off and paint this. I think this actually took 3 weeks, but it was absolutely all worth it. We're going to talk about some things to watch out with on third party, but we're also going to talk about the fun stuff to third party kits, because I mean, like, just looking at this right here, it looks really awesome and just mad detailed, right? Alright, so this is the original packaging, and this is just kind of the original form that the Shadow Cloak was to have come in. It's a little out of place right now, but whenever you buy the Daban Shadow Cloak, you'll actually notice there's 3 different versions that you can actually obtain. Now, we actually got the purple and red one, but I do want to notate something about this. This is a $20 accessory pack. It comes with a Shadow Cloak, a shuriken, and like a bunch of other backpack attachments. Very worth it, especially because you see how it's red? It comes with a blue substitute, a gray substitute, and the red, of course. So this green stays here. This green is there no matter what. But for the most part, I do like it because it gave the user plenty of options, right? When I think third party, I think, you know, at first I was thinking cheap. I was thinking knockoff, you know, Mexican Beyblades, if you know what I mean. But no, that is definitely not the case. No, absolutely not. Third party has definitely proven to me that they have quality, although there are some issues that you need to watch out for. Now, always, I've been a quantity and a quality Gunpla builder. It's hard to tell when and where, you know, my quality lies, but it's mostly with real grades and master grades. But the fact that the third-party series just kind of gives us so many extras, like, mind the red stuff is from a Daban type FSJ I was working on, but the most of the stuff here is different arm attachments, because as you'll see, I have the shoulder piece put aside, but that's because the Daban Shadow Cloak comes with like 4 or 5 different of these little pieces right here, just so that way you can fit it in the Strays, the Strikes, the Testament, the Buster Gundam, like so many different attachments and everything, and they're all here. You also get a bunch of pistols with the Testament. We'll definitely showcase the pistols and everything. We'll go over the Testaments, but for the most part, you get this really cool blue piece here that's like a awesome backpack connector. I know you guys can't really see it too well, but definitely worth it and really awesome in my book. Having a look at the Testament custom and the Testament stock, you can definitely see that there's a little bit of difference, but we definitely kept this maroon-esque color, but we shifted it and we added more of a metallic approach to it. Now, I saw that there was room for improvements here, that there was just a lot of red, so I went ahead and just kind of default grade everything and kind of went over it with a metallic gray, and then kind of matte coated my legs. Oh look, this is the Demon Wind Shuriken that the Shadow Cloak will come with. So pretty cool. This is actually pretty dope because you can take the blades off of here, and you can actually equip them to the bottom of the you know, these wings over here, so they'll have extended blades, and I'll definitely post a picture of that too so you guys can see. But I like to just kind of swing this in the claw and just kind of let it chill there for the most part. Whenever you build the Testament itself, you're going to notice that it comes with 2 different types of pistols. We'll go ahead and just leave that off for now. You're going to get this basic pistol here. Let me go ahead and refocus, which is pretty cool. As you guys saw, it kind of fits there into the side, some decals that comes with it. But I actually prefer, you kind of can't tell, but he's definitely holding one of these left hand. Yep, left hand. So I like the one that has a blade because it kind of reminds me of Gears of Wars. But you know, this is pretty cool to also have this one chilling off on the side and this one in the hip. So it does come with 4 pistols total. You get 2 of the basic pistols and then you get 2 of these. And I will say it does come with 2 beam sabers. Let's go ahead and talk about some other stuff that the Testament comes with. Right? Looking over here, I think this is called the Finch weapon, but this is kind of a add-on attachment. So taking a look at the weapons that the Testament comes with, you get this little nifty weapon here. It's called the Finch. I think it was spelled like F-I-N-S-H, I want to say. But yeah, it's actually pretty dope because you have these 2 little armor bit shields here that actually fold in and then close, so it makes it look really cool whenever you kind of put it over the arm, because the arm's going to sit here and essentially that's how it's going to look over. But I think I did a pretty good job with the whole customization and the decals. The decals that it came with were very, very generous, both actually for the Shadow Cloak and for the Testament. So I really, really loved that. Overall, it's a damn cool gunpla. Now this actually attaches with this cool little back unit here. You have a ball joint peg that goes in here, and then this kind of folds itself. Now, when you look at the back of the Testament's arm, you're gonna see that there's these little pegs here. Put this in here. Nice. There you have it. So, like I said, you can kind of like enclose these if you want. You can do whatever you want, but that's just kind of how I let mine chill. So, talking about the articulation, it's definitely got some stiff and some tight joints. You want to be super careful. It is pretty hard to go ahead and move stuff around. I gotta have the base underneath. So, but that's a good thing. That means that it's not going to be flimsy. It's not going to be all loose and everything on it. But you do got to be very careful moving all the joints. Now, speaking of joints, you are going to have some pegs that are going to fit kind of tight. I recommend what you should do is, let me go ahead and put this over here to the side. So you see how there's this hole right here? This won't give you any problems, but there are some joints in some parts that have a hole like that. What I recommend is putting your scalpel or like your cutting knife in there and then just kind of shedding off and twisting it, right? So that way you're widening that hole, so that way pegs and everything can fit a lot easier and be able to move. Because if you don't do that, you're gonna end up like me and you're gonna have a broken joint down here, in which this backpack actually should be able to stretch outward and kind of go over, but sadly it can't. Backpack does still detach and everything, and we'll definitely talk about that. Oops, one of the wings came off. Looking at the back, you're gonna see that it has this 3mm hole here, and essentially that's just so that way the backpack, or well, anything else that you have, can essentially fit on there. Now, this specific peg right here, if I had drilled, you know, where there's a hole inside of there, if I had widened that, I could probably move this a lot easier. And also this joint here in the middle, that little peg, would also not be glued in place, and maybe I'd have a little bit more movement to it. But overall, it's pretty dope. I don't mind it. As you guys can see, it's not that hard to just kind of move everything around. It's stupid easy. But I will say that once you have the Shadow Cloak on, it does become a little bit hard to move. Now, I'm holding these 2 pieces here directly in place because they actually move and pivot to this essential joint piece right here. This actually transforms, so this is one way, like I said, this is just kind of one way that the wings look, and let me go ahead and transform it real quick. So this right here is originally the more modern look that you're gonna see for the Dylan Shadow Cloak. So what you can essentially do is, taking a look right here, you'll see that there's this kind of dual jointed peg here, and it allows for you to be able to rotate it out and to give it that little claw appearance. So it's pretty dope. It's really, really dope. I know I haven't really moved the Testament out of this pose, but that's because I just had it in a standing position. And this pose with the base that I have is kind of what I like for now, because I have plans to use this base for something. So until I can find him a better base, you know, this is honestly gonna have to work. So let me show you guys how you put the actual Shadow Cloak on there, and we'll talk more about the backpack. I wanted to take the front shield bit off, but as you guys can see, here is the arm, right? This is the basic arm minus the actual shoulder piece, and that's because what's happening is the bottom of this shield also has, like I said, it came with many different versions of these, but it has essentially one of these flat parts, you know, in between it, and that's what the arm peg is going through. So there's a peg that comes out of the arm, goes through the shield, and goes into the arm itself. And so yeah, it allows for pretty good movement. You can definitely move everything, so it's not like you're screwed and you can't do anything, but I just like that really ominous appearance that it had. Let's start off with these little pincer items here. So the backpack will start off with you having you formulate the inner frame for these kind of pincer units here, but I think these are just supposed to be back thrusters or something, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. But they are extremely sharp, so please guys be very careful. But also you want to be careful because the essential backpack has this little joint peg right here, right, as you see, and it's just going to kind of fit in, and that's how you put on the wing units. Now when I was trying to rotate it and move this, because the wings are supposed to move like that, I ended up breaking it off over here. So the peg itself is actually stuck inside of this one wing, so I can't actually move it up and down like that, which is kind of sad. Pretty upset. But the wings themselves, what do you know it, wings of fate over here, actually still spread. So I'm honest to God very happy and proud of this overall. It still captures the essence of an experience with third party, which is not Bandai, that I was hoping to get. I was hoping to see, is it tough, is it hard, is there as many issues as everybody says? But no, in all honesty, it's really, if you can just adjust with a little bit of your skill, I think that you're going to be perfectly fine and you can handle a third-party build. There's really no issue, right? So even though Dragon Momoko is no longer Dragon Momoko and they've rebranded, I still think that they did a damn good job with the Testament Gundam, and to kind of just pair the Shadow Cloak up with the Testament Gundam, I think it was equally badass. It was just a damn good idea. So I'm not scared to tackle any of these other ones. In fact, I'm kind of more eager to, because I like figuring out where others failed, how can I succeed? It's kind of a weird thought and everything. It's a very weird thought process, but I don't pride myself on being the guy who teaches. I pride myself on being the guy who shares what he knows. So if I can share enough stuff with you guys to help you avoid breaking any of your kits, because we spend a lot of our hard-earned money on these, so it's nice to be able to have the skill and the ability to customize, but also not feel like, damn, I just wasted, oh god, how much was this? I think the Testament was 40 or 50, which is also another good thing. I'm so glad I remembered that price point. Third-party Gundams definitely are a little bit cheaper, but there's some of these new companies like Supernova and Infinite Dimensions, you know, they are definitely making some hefty $70, $80, $90 kits. I know Supernova has this new Berserk Fury X Freedom Strike Gundam kind of Zoid coming out. It's going to be like $100. From me to you, I hope that you are truly inspired, and maybe I gave you something to look forward to with this video, you know? I hope that you go out there and you tackle third-party kits, because a lot of people give third-party kits hate, and to be honest, I don't hate them. I still see third-party companies as a team, and behind every team is a visionary. So there's some people or some person out there behind every one of these companies that just sat there and literally poured their heart into this suit. Now I look at that, or I say that as I look up at a Daban Type F Estrella that I got, and honest to God, I haven't even built a Bandai Type F Estrella, but I have them. I have the Master Grade and the Real Grade, but to build the Daban Type F Estrella first and just have everything that it comes with, we'll definitely talk about that one, and I'm going to show it to you. But it really made me happy as a builder. It made me very impressed as a skilled hobbyist, because I kind of decided, I bought these kits a long time ago. Actually, I've had this Testament kit for about 9 to 12 months, somewhere around there. So maybe about a year, let's say a year. And I've had so many different ideas for it, so many different color schemes. And it wasn't until about 4 weeks ago that I completely changed all of that and just threw it all out the window and did something from scratch. And as you guys could see, the results varied mad hard. So go Gunpla, please never stop building. And thank you guys so much for all the love that you're giving my videos. I just released a Where to Buy Gunpla featuring Gundam or 𝕤𝕦𝕡𝕡𝕡, you know, my sponsors. Dude, you guys are crushing it. That shit's already at like 196 views, and it's only been out for 2 days. No, a day, sorry. It came out Saturday, today's Sunday, so thank you so much, you guys. Don't forget, you can also support me further by becoming a member of the channel. You can support me for as little as just $1, actually 99 cents, and you'll get bits, badges, emotes, and the ability to enter my giveaways. Now, we're not doing a giveaway this month in October because we're doing a Halloween Discord build-off event, and that itself is going to have 4 winners. We already had to pay for the prizes, and it's all me kind of doing this. 2 of the prizes were gifted by, you know, other viewers and fans and friends and everything. So we have 4 awesome prizes for 4 really hard skilled builders. So I wish everybody luck, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. And yeah, we'll catch you in either the 𝕤𝕦𝕡𝕡 custom video or the Gundam Central video. Either way, it's always a pleasure talking to you guys. Go Gundam.